So we are set for an exciting weekend, but I think primarily it has to do with the English Premier League. There will be interesting games that will be coming up. An early kickoff with Spurs against Manchester United. Then Arsenal, in the form of their lives and also displaying some defensive excellence, they will face stubborn Sunderland. Then there is the recent rivalry that seems to have replaced Liverpool, Manchester United. This time around, it is Liverpool versus the blue side of Manchester. It is City facing Liverpool. Let's see what happens. But we'll be talking about these games and we'll preview them. We'll offer you tips, predictions, so that you can also invest and make something out of it. But we also have to glance through the other matches that we played across the other leagues. Welcome to the Four Post Podcast. My name is Asari Bodu, and I'm here to just mediate a conversation between us. There is Michael Akomia here, and there is Dr. Kiki here, two Manchester United folks. But on this show, they are representing the interests of almost every football fan and any avid football follower. So just welcome and then enjoy the conversation with us.
Oh, yeah, India. Oh, yeah, Tiasia won't quaint dear. Nancy, oh, also that you go to magic trap. And your money need diakun. Oh, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, especially today. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Now I get the pan and ya Dr. Kiki Pan, man, I turn and ask what was there for our see.
There be tea.
My quiet.
You are proud of me, sir. Hey, fan our kako.
Because unya din too much.
See.
For her. Dr. Kiki la wote ura. Ni nyantin no.
Oh boy. I don't know then o trim go then.
Banyum ne maye.
Mama, sorry, mama, biomo. Don't fall. I didn't know person. I
didn't. For palace.
Coffee metro, yeah.
I am a kayo. So where they are, wow, near now.
Akomia, Ayobia.
But much as on your punch.
Aha, me don't free my comment.
Oh, Miss Medor, do me.
But what was Akomia and I was about to medru.
Hey,
my friend would dear who
said, oh, I'm patata crema.
Who say, because the real started with, I'm proud of him who said, Nina, wait, Tanya, proud. That's all.
About no say, Oko to say, baby, be the Geneva, no way in any atom.
I said, I will be painting a was
maybe atom chain.
No problem.
Okay, thank you very much.
Akomia. And no fine.
Oh, my favorite.
And may a plug, sir.
Oh, my favorite.
The way a buyer near anticipate to say, you're trying to come your friend, not for Netty Dean. What's it? Tell my friend. That's all said them. No, oh, maintain.
That's a very.
Oh, me. That's it. Then I know, of course.
If I try to mean your doctor.
It had actually Dean or home call fast.
Oh, doc, na me never be a mamma home.
Now we never be uncle.
Because we are born in nice.
I say.
Fire.
Oh boy.
Hey, Lipanyo.
Oh, let's start the conversation.
Okay.
Manchester United Spurs.
Drum roll. The biggest club on earth right now. I don't know him as that, but oh yeah, rough my room who's he.
The biggest club near why?
Manchester United.
Club to Manchester.
Okay, no problem. So Club to Manchester
United.
Versus
For United no so.
Club to Manchester United versus Tottenham Hotspurs.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
United suffered a blip in their recent winning run. They had to escape with a draw in their last game. Spurs were beaten fair and square by Chelsea in a London derby. So on the evidence of what transpired during last weekend, you just opposed that with during the midweek. Spurs had to play in the Champions League. United had the liberty of time to prepare for this game without any competitions coming in as a hiccup. So, on the evidence of what has happened, what kind of a game are we to expect?
A superb and a crazy game. You know, we are talking about Manchester United, one of, in fact, the biggest club on earth right now.
Yate.
And then with our current surge of form, you know, right now, we are seeing a new ball. Now, Nottingham Forest and Kyogu anymore.
Nenso.
We are expecting a strong and a difficult game. For the past season, for the first last season, 2 seasons, Totteham Hotspur so I believe already psychologically the team if Felisa are more in good space with respect to the kind of games Omoni have won in the past seasons. Last season, the last 2 seasons in, and they've gotten the better of us. But I believe this season or this match will be a change of results with our current form. Even though Tottenham form is bad, because last match they won against Copenhagen, but I think the previous match they lost against Chelsea. Yeah, and the previous match too, I think they lost again. Yeah, lose 2. I said Omusha Copenhagen or winning 4-0 with even Copenhagen for Ukrainian red card near the other. So the Premier League wise, they are not in top form.
Okay.
Maybe a Champions League on board Copenhagen are fine, but Copenhagen, as compared to Manchester United, you name the kind of quality players we have. With kindly Ruben Amorim being the manager of the month, and Brian Mbomo taking the player of the month. And even have you heard say PFA player of the month? Oma nominate Sonny Lame and even Brian Mbomo. Yeah. So with this kind of form and the psychological high euphoria around the club, motivation-wise, we are up there. We feel for the past 4 games, we have been top of our game, and we believe that it will be a good game. Even though it will be difficult, but I trust Ruben Amorim and his squad to do the do. A difficult game. Why never home?
Manchester United, or?
No, Tottenham Hotspur.
Spurs. So Spurs are playing 2 games at home.
Yes.
So the new Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Yes.
All right.
No problem. But I believe that we have a lot of quality too, because Nottingham Forest here quite away. But look at the kind of performance. Even though it wasn't up there, but at least, with that character right now, we have that confidence right now. Say we don't have to lose a game.
Okay.
So I believe you will continue with that with the top form of Brian Mbomo, Matheus Cunha, with Mason Mount behind. I mean, at the bench, Casemiro in top form right now. Casemiro is literally right now the McLeary with combination with Ricardo Los Santos, Leinte Kaká form. To combine together, one say them a kind of Kaká together. I think he's in top form. So I believe Manchester United are in good space to win this game. Difficult game. I think Lucas Bergvall is not playing.
Bergvall is not playing. They have a tall injury list actually. Bergvall is out due to concussion, and as part of concussion protocols, he would have to be excused for this game. Is Bissouma is a long-term absentee. Ben Davis likewise. Dragusin, Archie Gray, Dejan Kulusevski, James Maddison. These are long-term absentees. I think the latest addition to their list of injured players is Bergvall. Available. And then for Manchester United, Lisandro Martinez. He started training, but I don't think he will be seen as ready for this game. But I want to ask this question. Where will the game be won or decided, Akomia?
I think for now, you'd understand that Manchester United relies on Amad Diallo and Mbeumo. And there's a resurgence also from Casemiro's side. He has been quite in a good form for Manchester United in some games now. I think he's become a breather in the midfield, especially when United fans were agitating before the season began that they needed a new midfielder, which Manchester United spoke with Brighton about Carlos Baleba. But unfortunately, they could not sign him. For now, I think there are discussions that are going on that Manchester United having started official discussions with Casemiro to renew his contract. Definitely due to one or two reasons, because they believe that he is going to take £280,000 a week. And if Manchester United should qualify for the Champions League, you should know that deduction of the 25% will be added back to the 280,000. So it raises a lot of eyebrows if they are keeping him or not. But I think in the face of professionalism, Casemiro has actually been a top player for Manchester United this season. In the last few games he's played for the club, the partnership with Bruno Fernandes, he's gradually getting back into a shape where he has even added his goal scoring form like we saw in the 2022-2023 season to the team. It's all about battling out the physical nature of the game against maybe midfielders like Papi Matassa, where I believe he's going to be much more involved in pressing Casemiro and co. And I think this is one particular game where Tottenham Hotspur will love to target Casemiro, especially in the build-up phase. Or they decide to even sit back and allow Manchester United to go in with the long balls. But the main issue here is, Mike, the number of games Manchester United have dominated with possession. This number of games, Manchester United either draw or they lose that particular game. Unless the opponent decides to outplay Manchester United, then this transitional game of football can come just to fruition by Manchester United winning the game at the end of the day. It's all about changing the narrative. They can play well and win. I've seen Manchester United play well and win certain games. For example, Man United against Sunderland at some point in time, we saw Man United dominating the game and winning it. Man United against Burnley, we saw Manchester United dominating possession and winning it. But in crucial big games, normally it's the opposite. And one evidence was against Nottingham Forest, where Manchester United literally dominated every phase of the game. But at the end of the day, they drew. And I listened to Ruben Amorim in his pre-match conference. And Mike, he speaks about how the team is conceding a lot of goals. Because they won against Burnley and it was 3-2. They won against Sunderland 2-0. But they won against Brighton and Hove Albion, it was 4-2. Won against Liverpool was 2-1. Drew against Nottingham Forest and it's 2-2. So the amount of goals the team is conceding is one hell of a headache for Ruben Amorim. And he states it emphatically clear that it is not about the defenders. It's about the team defending as a unit, coming together, being compact and making sure that they are not break down easily. And this will also have to deal with the kind of midfield the team is having. If you're having Casemiro, good when he's on the ball, superb, can literally play one pass through, can do a lot of things, can be at the end of good set pieces. Obetimashe goes be the amount, Bobo long passes be the amount. With Bruno Fernandes, Obetime create chances, but off the ball, Mike, these two players, that is where the problem is. That is where Manchester United will always find themselves wanting. And I think Ruben Amorim might have a genuine reason for why we are conceding a lot of goals. But the truth of the matter still remains that the double pivot of Manchester United off the ball will need to do much more to make sure that the team remains compact and not to concede a lot of goals. And I think that is where the team will have to look at one or two things to deal with the situation. But for Thomas Frank and Tottenham Hotspur, I know you understand the kind of threat Manchester United brings into this game, especially when they decide to go with the long balls. Then straight to Benjamin Sesko, to the likes of Mbeumo and Amad Diallo. I'm yet to even understand if Cunha is going to start this particular game or Mason Mount to be started. Because we've played one or two games and Mason Mount is yet to start a game for Manchester United. And normally when Man United are going into such games, which they believe it might be special games, before they go for the international break, there might be few surprises here and there. I'm even looking forward to maybe game will be starting Cunha.
As a number 9.
As a number 9, no bench, no Mason Mount, no bench Sesko, just to initiate the press, push more, and have players who have the energy to match the midfield of Tottenham Hotspur. He can't afford to lose to Tottenham Hotspur again.
But
he can't.
Tottenham Hotspur right now, or play right now. They play from the back through Van der Ven.
Yes,
who is very good with the ball into a press resistance near the other. But one thing about him is that aerially only good. On ne partner, this guy.
Cristiano Romero.
No, Cristiano Romero is not back. He's playing.
Waba. Chairman, I watch Chelsea the review.
So he's fit.
So
maybe John was say aerially against Benjamin Sesko. I think Benjamin Sesko will thrive, and you'll be okay with picking the second balls, and that is where we come in.
Where I will agree with you is he tried going into the final game without a proper centre forward against Tottenham Hotspur, and you understand how the team struggled to even get a focal point to worry.
You mean the Europa League final?
Yeah, the Europa League final.
Okay.
He had a struggle. He had a little bit of one or two problems to make sure that our attackers go boot for boot against the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo and Mickey van der Ven.
Yeah.
And we struggled.
Yeah.
So I think for once, I'm looking at what you are saying.
Because Cristiano Ronaldo and Van der Ven,
you need somebody to occupy them.
Yeah, they will do it.
You need somebody to occupy them. Tottenham Hotspur was also considered from a lot of set pieces. But Mike, this is not to take anything away from Tottenham Hotspur. The last 3 games they've won against Manchester United is 1 goal difference. 1-0, 1-0, 4-3. 1 goal difference, 1 goal difference, 1 goal difference. And you know how Thomas Frank will love to play these kind of games.
Okay.
Especially get 1 goal, relax, soak the pressure. And nobody knows Mbeumo much more better than Thomas Frank. And I'll be looking at that particular...
Yeah, we trust
He actually wanted him as Spurs.
Yes.
But Mbeumo decided that he wanted Manchester United.
That's the reason why they went in for Mohamed Kudus.
Yeah.
Imagine Mbeumo with Tottenham Hotspur. Man, that could have been one hell of a deal for Tottenham Hotspur. But Mike, game with the more thing. Manchester United, now one thing I've noticed about them is there has been a mentality shift. I think for the mental aspect of the game is solid. Tottenham Hotspur is not meeting the same Manchester United they've met some days ago.
Okay.
Even if they are going to win, I think this is going to be a hard-fought win than what they did in the last 2 or 3 games that they played against Manchester United.
So what would your predictions be?
I think this game can end in a draw again for Manchester United and Tottenham Hotspur. Like 1-1, 2-2.
I think Manchester United winning the game is a slim margin.
Slim margin. Okay. Maybe both teams to score. Right? Because I see Spurs scoring.
Both
teams to score. So Spurs scoring, Manchester United also scoring. And this looks like a game that will give us more than 2 goals.
Yes, because both teams are really open at their back line. And they'll need to do more than...
So maybe over 2.5. You can also look at that option. I will want to stay away from sticking my neck out for one particular team. That, okay, Man U will win or Spurs will win, because it's a game I think can change at any point in time. The dynamics can be altered based on certain game scenarios. So maybe you want to stay away from that. I am advising you, the investor, don't go and put all your money on one team winning.
And come and believe somebody.
If it goes south, you come and tell us, Coach, we were born Monsake no yenti sound common. A lot of you have sacked a lot of coaches because of your investment. So stay away from that. We've given you the tips. Akomia says the likelihood of both teams scoring is high. Kiki has said the same thing. So please, what the why? Exactly. In the Premier League again, there is Arsenal Sunderland.
Wow.
Mismatch.
That is Granit Xhaka up against Arsenal again.
Yeah, facing his former
looking
side.
to prove a point.
Maybe this time Sunderland will score a goal. You know, Arsenal hasn't considered a goal in a long period.
Yes, 8 matches.
8 matches, yeah.
This
time they will consider a goal.
That is a tough
you think Sunderland will breach their
Sunderland
defense?
will concede, like they will score Arsenal. But
what gives you that confidence?
See,
because baby, a kuku da me draw Matia Sheno.
This Sunderland side has stubborn. I can't tell me a stubborn. This coach, what's his name?
Reggie
Lebris. He has really coached this side very well. We're first team now in the own. And look at how their transitions and all that. One thing about Arsenal, Arteta is doing so well with his defense. They are very compact and all that. But mind you, so or more attack here. They attack together. You will see Julian Timber move the middle of the park. I mean the side. Inverted by infinity. Then you see this guy, Gabriel Magalhaes, move up front into most a centre back no check a krebi. But who won't say Saliba move quite from because I know they are comfortable with the ball, move with the ball. That's what I say.
Yeah.
So looking at Sunderland for fast transitions, you know, what if Sunderland go this season? Usually one vertical pass, now quarter wing, then go. I believe if they get 2 or 3 chances, I said this about Liverpool and Real Madrid. I said that if the game will be won, it will be won by Anfield and Liverpool's midfield. And indeed, Anfield came to the party and McAllister decided the game. What I'm saying is that with this Sunderland team, they will score a goal looking at how they play and how stubborn they are. But Arsenal will carry the day, obviously. Arsenal will score them like 3-1. Or in that match, I was saying, and you do you get it? Arsenal will win easily. So, Obi or Kwechebia can go for over. Arsenal winning over 1.5.
Arsenal winning over 1.5. Akomia.
Is this the biggest test for Arsenal? No. But definitely it's a test for Arsenal, Mike. I think if someone is going to stop Arsenal, it's not going to be Sunderland. But on the other hand side, if there's someone that Arsenal needs to be wary of, it's Sunderland.
Arsenal will travel to the Stadium of Light.
Yes, Mike. In the last 5 games versus Sunderland, it's been very difficult for Sunderland to get a win against Arsenal. But in terms of a bridging gap, when it comes to the quality, I think Sunderland did some good businesses during the summer. Nodi Mukwele, these guys are top guys. Granit Xhaka, there's still Sadiki as part of this particular team. You still have the likes of Brian Brobe and co.
Yeah.
Most of these guys will have to prove a point that they are big boys, Mike. And whenever they are meeting clubs like Arsenal, they will put in their work. But trust you me, Arsenal have found ways to beat teams. They've actually shown us a way that there are 99 ways to kill a cat. If you keep possession, we know what to do. If we keep possession, we know what to do. If you decide to go rough, we know what to do. All of these things are important factors in whatever that can help Arsenal to achieve results at the end of the day. But the biggest headache is Arsenal missing some key players going to the Stadium of Light. We got Mike, 6 attackers. I think this is a game where they will need to still play with Merino, Trossard, and Bukayo Saka. How physically dominant are these players?
Yeah.
Because in the Champions League, it's totally different. How physically dominant are their attackers against the tall and bulky Sunderland players who will be ramping up a lot of tackles, physical duels, ground duels, going here and there, battling it out. And I think Granit Xhaka will have to have one of the best games against a coach like Mikel Arteta, all around the field. I will agree with Dr. Kiki that I think this is the game where Arsenal concedes.
I think
this is the game where Arsenal concedes. But definitely Arsenal will win this game. Mike.
Charlie, the Arsenal concession, there.
Say,
because I think the only issues they have with their team is the absence of players in the attacking positions. But all their defensive options are still fit and available.
Yeah, Sunderland also attackers Isidore, Enzo Lifi, Bertrand Traoré, Omuni Nada Subo. And mind you, Granit Xhaka is one player that can score bangers from anywhere.
Unless Arsenal allow them to control the middle. That is my issue. The goal Sunderland scored against Chelsea, I have taken time to watch it again. Those were self-inflicted instances. The Chelsea team allowed that. Arsenal don't allow that.
What? So you believe that?
You see, it is not like Sunderland have this very good attack who, whether you like it or not, will score. Even against Everton, I saw how they labored to get that goal, to equalize. They are not a very good attacking team. Defensively, they will frustrate you. They are stubborn. They can also work around their middle and do what they want to do. But again, this is Arsenal. Charlie, the Arsenal I've watched in the last 5 games, it is looking like now even if you manage 3 shots on target against them in a game, you've done well. Yes. If you do that, you've done well. So me...
Into the whole, both teams to score, no, nah.
Yeah, but I think both teams will not score in this game.
Both teams to score, yes. At least with the Arsenal, Ubeja 2 point something else. Bingo. Because me, I know.
Yeah, I think I share the same thing with Dr. Kiki.
Sunderland will score.
I want to take a different stance. I think both teams will not score. So to be on the safe side, you can do Arsenal win or draw.
Yeah, sure.
And then
Arsenal win or draw there. 1.082.
But Arsenal to win straight. Arsenal will win.
And a 1 up.
Yes, you can do
Arsenal 1 up. Or Arsenal to win it that half.
Yeah.
There are options you can consider. And then maybe you look at the corner market.
Yeah.
The Premier League is, on the average, a league that guarantees you more corner kicks. The average is like over 8.5, but you can look at over 7.5. That is 8 or more corner kicks. It's something that you can also consider in this game. And then the other big game in England, which is the biggest of the three we've already highlighted, is Liverpool and Manchester City. This is a tough game.
Big game.
Pep versus Arne Slot.
Mm-hmm. Mike, did you listen to Pep yesterday?
Not really.
Right after the game, he said something that Phil Foden is back.
Yeah.
Manchester City is back. And I am back.
Hey! I am back on. I saw only the Phil Foden is back.
So, Man City will host this game at the Etihad. So, Liverpool will make a travel after beating Real Madrid at Anfield. So, let's see. Pep says he's back. Maybe he was setting the tone for the kind of atmosphere that Liverpool walks into. You know how the Liverpool-Man City games were like? They were like rivals at a point in time because they were going neck to neck for the Champions League, the Premier League, and so they became rivals sort of. So maybe Pep wanted to set that atmosphere, try to get the fans on board because every City fan by now knows that.
I think for Pep, he feels...
So,
I think for Pep, now he feels he has gotten the right personnel for certain things he wanted to execute. Mm-hmm. The reason why I'm saying that is, for the first time, Pep is literally not playing with a high line in mid-blocks because yesterday, even off the ball, he had a shape around 5-4-1 and so. Mm-hmm. So you'd understand that he has now moved to the terrain of adapting to how the game moves. Yeah. Not necessarily stick with one style where you can predict and say this is how Pep is going to come in. Yeah. And now the new partnership between Phil Foden and Erling Haaland up front. He has actually moved Phil Foden away from the right half spaces. Now to a more central number 10, Mike. Mm-hmm. And I just watched clips of the last few games they played against Monaco, against Borussia Dortmund. You look at some of the few games that they've played. Anytime Erling Haaland is in possession, Phil Foden is much more closer to him for the second balls. Mm-hmm. Yeah. When Pep decides to go with the long balls, Phil Foden is supposed to get closer to the second balls. And just outside the penalty box, Mike, you know Phil Foden. Mm-hmm. If he really sets up for him, he can shoot from any angle in and around the penalty box. I think he wanted to do that between Erling Haaland and Omar Mamouche, but it was not working. If they decide to possess, now breaking the lines, the player you find in behind the defensive line of the opponent is Phil Foden in those small spaces. And mind you, he can create. His technical ability is there. The only thing I believe in for Guardiola now is if Phil Foden can actually rack up the numbers that he gave them about 2 seasons ago and the kind of performance that we saw from him. And yesterday I saw that kind of performance from Phil Foden. If it should continue for Manchester City, I think, Mike, they are really going to be dangerous. Mm-hmm. Because you don't expect to have Phil Foden in such spaces. You'll be confused. There are a lot of things that will go in. Liverpool are bringing in tight confidence coming in. I know the likes of Zoboslai, they will press Manchester City here and there. But let's see if City goes with the long balls. Again, I know Guardiola is now adapting. And with Pep Lenders, he also understands this Liverpool team. He has been there before. He knows these players so well. Mm-hmm. So if he also decides that, no, let's go with the long balls, Erling Haaland should go for the first balls. Mm-hmm. Then definitely Phil Foden and co. Jeremy Doku to hit them on counter-attack. I think it was easy to defend against Vinicius Jr. than defending against Jeremy Doku.
Yeah.
So Bradley is really going to have a tough game than what he had against Vinicius Jr., Mike. Andrew Robertson is back. Now, Andrew Robertson is not coming up against Rodrigo or Camavinga. He's coming up against a real ringer once again in Savino. While Liverpool might have utmost authority on the game, is going to be the middle of the pack. Gravenberch, McAllister, Zoboslai. Mm. These guys will bring in a certain level of intensity. They will press, they will create, they will control, they will love to take authority over the game. But I think City will be smart enough to go with a transitional football, know when to press, not commit so much, man. Look at the way that, or the template that they use against Arsenal in the first few minutes. Now, in games where Liverpool concedes first, there's trouble. In the recent games that Liverpool have won, they've scored the first goal. But before that game, the 4 games that Liverpool lost to the 5 games that they lost, the opponent scored first. So City will be looking forward to score the first goal against Liverpool to unsettle them. I think this is a game that I would really love to watch. But I think City at home, Mike, the best for Liverpool will be a draw.
Iki.
If it was Anfield, trust you me, I think Liverpool would have continued the momentum.
So the best for Liverpool.
But at the Etihad Stadium, Mike, I think it becomes a difficult task for Liverpool.
Yeah.
Okay, so I believe this will be a tough game for both sides. It will be a game of tactical approach, but obviously be a mismatch between Pep Guardiola and Ancelotti. Okay. Me, I've never been a believer of Ancelotti. And I think, like I always say, he's good in man management, the only kind of football, making sure your potential is well executed for you to activate or get the needed results. But I believe this game will give Ancelotti a headache in terms of who to start. The previous game against Real Madrid, he started Florian Wirtz as a left winger, Szoboszlai as a number 10, the left winger being Mohamed Salah and Hugo Ekitike up front, with the midfield of McAllister and Gravenberch. Conor Bradley on the right back and all. This time, I'm sure probably he would want to maintain the same lineup, but I don't know if Florian Wirtz will be playing as a left winger.
For now, he can't afford to change the approach of Liverpool. Because, Mike, if you touch a part of it and it doesn't work, you are back to the chopping board. And so these guys will cut you apart.
So you would want to play Florian Wirtz as the left wing.
Either he drops
and
him.
Drop
Szoboszlai is starting as the number 10. It's either Florian Wirtz starts as a left winger or Cody Gakpo starts as a left winger.
Great. So if
or more or less, just as we spoke about the other time, he uses Florian Wirtz as a false nine. Ekitike normally drifts from the wings, or a lot of rotation up front. Szoboszlai can come to the left. Wirtz can move into the 10. More like a rotational kind of attacking quartet.
Would that bring that balance?
Mike, I think for now, against a team like City, he will stick with the Szoboszlai number 10.
Yes.
So meaning he will have to sacrifice either Florian Wirtz or Cody Gakpo.
Yes, and I don't think it's advisable to drop Cody Gakpo in this match, because at the end of the day, we are looking at you hurting your opponent through
direct attacks.
I
think both City, Liverpool have been responsible for 16 direct attacks in the Premier League this season.
6-0.
16.
1-6. Yeah. Great. So I believe it will be a game of direct football. We are looking at City being very, very transitional, with right now they're playing typical wingers in Doku and also Savinho. You are looking at Phil Foden in current form, Erling Haaland and Kanasem Kra. But I believe Liverpool should also create that avenue. You have a Hugo Ekitike in top form. You play your left wing Cody Gakpo, who has a lot of experience when it comes to the Premier League. He knows
games like this.
Yes, in games like this, Mohamed Salah obviously will start. But my problem is, how would Bradley feel? Would he play Bradley as standing number 2 or right back? Because at the end of the day, you wouldn't want to give much space to Jeremy Doku.
Okay.
He's fast, he's direct. On your Vinicius, Jenny Biaffe, never fast, so no sooner come referee, he's strong, very athletic. So Obaba Bradley as a standing number 2. And also Obama movie say on the usual right wing back you always have to get from the Arnold and the Frimpons. So I believe this match, it depends on how Liverpool's right back and left back will feel. If they decide that they will move forward and join the attack as usual, they will invert. This one will be doing overlapping. They are dead. But if they decide to be a little bit strategic, allow City to play. The most important thing is that right now with this City kind of players, the Dokus and the Savinhos and the Szoboszlais, they are very direct. I mean, Phil Foden. They are very direct. They need space to operate. So if you decide that allow them to play, we will defend and hit you on counter-attack or fast transitional football, that is when Liverpool gets something out of the game. Because at the end of the day, Jeremy Doku is not effective without space. He's not that excellent in tight spaces. Likewise, Savinho, they are all good when it comes to space. Having a lot of space, like running into space, overball and out and all that. So if you give them opportunity that, okay, this time we are playing compact football, the zonal football, yeah, much space, baby. But as soon as you draw Man City mobile anymore, then we hit them behind. Then they will get something out of the game with Mohamed Salah, with Cody Gakpo, and the informed Hugo Ekitike. So I believe if Ancelotti decide to go this way, they will probably get something out of the game. We saw them against Real Madrid. We never gave them a chance, and they did the do. I believe that if they play this way, they'll get something out of it. If they open up and play the usual Ancelotti way, say as what? Wallahi, because Doku, Savinho, Erling Haaland thrive on space. And now Erling Haaland is good in the air. Phil Foden is picking up the second balls. They will score a lot. And Liverpool, was saying, with the current form of Mohamed Salah, your mass man, no, that's now right on the form into to do a sign in the first place. They say who go taking nation goes. So if we're who so what next? But Man City the day themselves Haaland, Phil Foden, Doku, Savinho, almost 2-3 goals we don't measure. So it means that before Cressy started match, Man City actually bear 2 goals. Especially if you're open football with them. So how would you compensate for the 2 goals now already? You did this at Man City actually. So I believe that if Liverpool gets something out of the game, and Slot should be a little pragmatic. Can't touch him rely on counter of Mohamed Salah and Cody Gakpo. Hekitiki. So Isaac also be pitching as well. Also be my baby game. But who could be any City ball at Etihad?
The dynamics is Mike. We don't even know the kind of City that will turn up.
Okay.
Now City has become really unpredictable. Are City going to come for possession? Because if they decide to come for possession, they have the men.
But Liverpool can make City possess. So you started ball now, me say me defend it, me press so me automatically you want to possess.
There's one thing I've known about this current City team and the Pep Guardiola, Mike. They will give you reasons to doubt their approach in the first place, and surprise you at the end of the day. The reason why I'm saying they will give you a doubt when it comes to their approach is whenever they come into some of these games in recent times, they come in as a team who are exposed to concede early. They come in as a team that you can beat on paper, but in reality, it's difficult for you to beat them. Went into the Arsenal game that way. And by the time we notice it, Man City are leading by 1-0. Had to take a whole lot of things for Arsenal to equalize through Gabriel Martinelli. And even with that game, we questioned Donnarumma, what was he coming to do? Stay in your goalpost and you are sorted. Now they play against Dortmund, they play against other teams, they play against a host of teams in the Premier League. The smaller teams, Dr. Kiki, trust you me, City dominates such games. Create and score. But yesterday I watched them against Dortmund. I was asking that Dortmund really never expected Man City to play like this. Or how they set up, they were even struggling to pick in between who is supposed to track Tijani Reinders or who is supposed to track Phil Foden and close the spaces. Because City are going in with a 3-1-6. 3-1-6 with wingers operating with enough width, not the fullbacks. One fullback is stacked within the middle of the pack. Complementing Tijani Reinders and Phil Foden. Who are you picking out? Especially when you decide to go with a double pivot. Now with Liverpool, if they decide to do that, meaning one of the midfielders will have to track any fullback that will come in. If they are tracking that, that means you isolate your fullbacks with Manchester City's dangerous wingers in 1v1 situations. I don't think Liverpool will be ready to see Conor Bradley isolated with Jeremy Doku. That's why I said, if Bradley thinks the kind of game he played against Vinicius is the same thing that he's going to get against Jeremy Doku. He should just relax. Because in 1v1 situations, Vinicius needs space to dribble or thrive. Jeremy Doku doesn't need space. That is the difference. Vinicius only the boy just say, "Oh man, be 2 or 3 meters." Not enough for so no a ball na fa on. But Jeremy Doku no, Dr. Kiki or star be otimi in the chimma say ya not in the night etchini say no. You born he say no adane no no ko. In tight space no and he says and no yes ade no so then Kunate any Virgil van Dijk. Mike, do you remember the mistake be access we has after mobile Chelsea no? The gap between Kunate and Virgil van Dijk and Liverpool midfield no. That was when Moises Caicedo far ball now. The one na make us a few food in media ground.
So, what are your predictions?
I think Manchester City that they are not going to lose this game, Mike. It's a double chance for City.
Yeah, double chance for City. I don't want to use worst case scenario. City has 85% chance to win this game hands down. So Liverpool, the match now there, I am more of or no corporate double chance. But Liverpool is Liverpool. They can, if Omunyo Muda, especially Mo Salah there, be okay. But I believe City will carry the day.
You'll be surprised if I tell you City will be beaten.
No, okay. It's Liverpool.
Liverpool. I am tipping Liverpool to beat City. So you can do 1-0 for Liverpool, or Liverpool win it a half.
How much? Okay, up. So where's you? You don't so both teams to score fine. Opeso over 2.5 fine. Opeso either half for someone are fine. Opeso straight winning are fine, depending on your analysis. But so you wise over 2 up and 1 up. Obia to Michel first goal.
Okay. Let's see what happens. So these are the Premier League matches that will be played over the weekend. Early kickoff on Saturday, 12:30. Is Spurs Manchester United.
I think we've already spoken
then
about that.
Everton Fulham will play at 3.
Everton Fulham.
West Ham.
Everton Fulham.
Yeah.
Mike. I think I'll go for double chance Everton.
West Ham Burnley.
West Ham playing at home.
Yeah.
I think West Ham wins their second game.
There is Sunderland Arsenal at 5:30 p.m. Then Chelsea Wolves at 8 p.m.
Chelsea beats Wolves.
Climax the Saturday games. Sunday, Aston Villa, Bournemouth at 2.
Both teams to score.
Brentford, Newcastle United.
Newcastle United.
Yeah.
Who is playing at home?
Brentford.
Both teams to score.
Then Crystal Palace, Brighton.
Crystal Palace, double chance.
Then Nottingham Forest, Leeds.
Nottingham Forest, double chance.
Then Man City, Liverpool is at 4:30 p.m. Then 2 games in the La Liga. Real Madrid versus Rayo Vallecano, a team
away
that has actually disturbed Madrid in recent past, and then Barcelona also have a game against Celta Vigo. Let's talk about this briefly.
Barcelona is playing against Celta Vigo.
Yeah, how do Madrid overcome that disappointing result against Newcastle and continue with their league dominance?
Like they lose this game and the dressing room will be in chaos again. They lose this game and the dressing room will be in chaos again. The reason why I'm saying that is already there are rumors around what is happening in Real Madrid's dressing room. Some of the big boys believe that Xabi Alonso is doing too much to the squad. He's not getting the best out of it. But I think the last 2 games, Dr. Kiki has also proven to us that Xabi Alonso will love to go with Camavinga as the right winger, which you've already said earlier on here. Yeah. That is not the right approach. And they need to take a different strategy going into set games. I think with the game against Rayo Vallecano, he will try to change his hands a little bit. I think either Brahim Diaz or Rodrigo starts that game as the right winger. Because I don't think the Camavinga experiment is really working.
I think
it worked against Barcelona. I
think he uses the right winger as in Camavinga because of press reasons.
Yeah.
And when Omukrabo na Camavinga eba midfield, Emma Adagule take that position.
Okay.
So usually, without the ball, Camavinga is playing as a right winger because of press reasons, because of press and the athleticism or high. But Omunyanya ball na, Ubo was Adagule mum, and they take that position. But I don't to say the way I work against Barca and I work him out. I'm not sure. Say
you see, I listened to Gareth Bale, and Gareth Bale was complaining about how Alonso set up at Anfield. He believed Alonso should have gone into that particular game with a number 9.
Okay.
With like someone like Gonzalo Garcia.
No bench why?
With Kylian Mbappe closer to him. Maybe a direct 4-4-2.
Okay.
With Kylian Mbappe closer to him. Then Jude Bellingham and Tchouameni, 6 and 8. Adagula should move to the right wing. Push Vinicius to the left wing. Then Valverde supports Adagula off the ball. Because the presence of an attacker against Liverpool literally keeps Konate and Virgil van Dijk occupied. But he believes his time passed. They need to do things differently as they go and play Rayo Vallecano. Mike, this is I don't want to use the word small team, but this is a team that whenever they play against the top sides, one, they are tactically disciplined. Two, there's a level of technical quality within their setup that they can use it to hurt you any moment in time. They've been on Real Madrid's neck for a number of seasons now, especially when Real Madrid travels away to play against them. Omo captain now asking the record is he
Corazon? I don't think he's a captain.
Is he Palazon?
Yeah.
Hey, Dr. Kiki. Obobo se bonsam.
Rather kind of captain.
What's the truth? Obobo se bons. Basa for dali bruta. Omo no season omo ba. Osia Madrid de Basa lobo game ni now.
So there are two players who normally love to come to the party when Vallecano plays at the Vallecas. It's Easy Palazon. And then the Frutos. Yeah, very stubborn when the big boys come to town. And then Madrid actually in their away trips to play Real Vallecano, in the last 5 away matches, they've won just 1. And this is how the last 5 matches has been like.
Grounds.
Last season it ended 3-3, then 1-1, then 3-2 against Madrid.
That's a good
1-0 for Madrid in 2022, and then 2019 it was 1-0 for Rayo Vallecano. So it's actually a venue that Madrid don't enjoy going to. So
and Mike, I've not been convinced with the recent performances of your centre back Dean Heysel. I don't know. He looks quite shaky in possession. In the last 2 games that I've actually watched him, he's placing passes here and there. Not that he's not good, but you need such a player in good form, especially against teams like this. When they decide to press you, and you need your player to be sending balls up front.
Yeah.
But Mike, these are typical games that are meant for players like Gonzalo Garcia. Put the kid in as a number 9. Let him occupy the opponent's centre backs. This is a game that Vinicius can come from the bench and also come and influence the game.
Okay.
You don't need to always start your best players. Sometimes you need quality from the bench.
So what are you going for? Your tips?
Mike, I think if this one particular game that I believe, even if Real Madrid is going to win, they are not going to score more than 2 goals in this game. I'm going handicap 3 goals for Vallecano.
Gigi?
I see Madrid winning the game, obviously. I see, but it will be a slim win, a difficult ground like we discussed.
So like 3 handicap 3 for like Vallecano.
Yes, still
1.2.
1.2.
Real Madrid to win 2-0, no.
So the new bed you. So we
You said Madrid will win, but you still don't see them dominating. And we've already explained that.
Mike, me say for them handicap 3 goals for Vallecano.
But okay,
I don't think Madrid scores
and go, yes, difference being
similar.
Mike, away, me just say Madrid be Vallecano 3 da.
Okay.
But yes, go, yes. I think I will look at go.
Then Barcelona, Celta Vigo.
Hey, has he flick? That's one issue.
I think it's both teams to score.
Oh yes, both teams to score.
Barca defense don't improve overnight.
Is I go Aspas still there?
Yeah,
he's still there.
And is it called Iglesias?
Boa Iglesias. Yep, I think he's still on the books of Celta Vigo.
Barcelona, I mean, can we inform? Barcelona in their since they started the season, about 15 matches. Almost 40 goals. Meaning that our striker average now we are looking at 2.66 there.
Yeah.
So meaning that match be and Yanfan Barca said 3 goals. So to be heard this season, what I say 3 goals or more at Barcelona. No? There's a high probability of about run
Yeah.
So meaning that Barca scores, let's say in a match 2-3 goals there. But yes, but Omu conceded 2. So yes, over 2.5 there near the other. And looking at that was what happened in their last game against Club Brugge. And now said, "Omo highline, omo nyanya antidote to it." I think when I know because now talking about the personnel near there. It's true. The personnel now Hansi Flick one. Still now, right now just on the highline the own HD. And when you meet teams that are good in transitions,
they were exploited.
And I was just saying, it should be evidence, no statistics. Not say it mission 2 goals, 8 years in a match. There's a high probability to say either many draw through her, and I say measure. Okay, that is Barca. So the most important thing is right now they don't have a choice because a highline number one, the defense keep on conceding. So it means that the attacking squad, and I will say they have to do more because Barca will right now concede. They say match Barca concedes. So it means that Barca or yet then concede 1 or 2 goals. So the attacking players has to come to the party, score 3 or 4 goals for them to cement their position when it comes to winning the game. So when you look at this game, we are looking at goal number 1.
Solid.
Both teams to score over 2.5. Over 2.5. To some extent. So what would GDA was so part as GDA was that win.
I think I agree with what you are saying because Hansi Flick is not ready to change. And Mike, it's either you are pressing or you are not pressing at all. So the key thing for Barcelona last season was their pressing structure. Because normally when you press up high the pitch, there's this your high line, and because of how convinced you are in the ability to recover possession very quick, there's no need for you to be scared or afraid that you are going to get beaten by a high line. But this time around, I think yesterday we even saw certain tweets about Marcus Rashford not pressing well for Barcelona. But Mike, I believe per the quality that he has now, Dr. Kiki, it's either you are pressing or not. If they are doing it halfway, trust you me, I think tomorrow we might be seeing another 2-2 or something like that. But there's something about the La Liga which makes me feel Lamine Yamal will be up there. Okay. I think what I saw from him yesterday, Mike, was top notch. Yeah. He was really into the party. Yeah. And I think this weekend he will come back to the party again. For Celta Vigo, their biggest problem is how they can prevent Barcelona from scoring more. But I think for Barcelona conceding, they have no problem at all. Yeah. You should think about how they will keep a clean sheet against Barcelona. Yeah. Okay. Or how to prevent Barcelona from scoring, because I see Barcelona scoring. They are also scoring. So I think I'll side with Dr. Kiki. This is a both team to score game or even over 2.5.
All right. So I think we have to draw the curtains on the previews, but there are interesting games that will be played across Europe. You can look out for some of them. You do your tips, and then if it works, bam, you make money. If it doesn't work, you don't give up. Just chin up and then recover, bounce back later. But that would have to be all for the preview. We wish all the teams the best of luck, especially Manchester United. Anything can happen. Chelsea, Wolves. That one I'm telling you. Chelsea
and you say in Tebe.
They'll beat Wolves to power.
You say in Tebe match.
Okay, be against Karabag.
Oh, that we don't be sure. Dr. Kiki, we don't Tebe match.
Akomia, pray and then let's end the show.
Oh, Jehovah Sakan.
We don't want Jehovah Sakan in this Gabut. Bompire ne onko.
Every day that was it. Sɛ me nua Dr. Kiki wa wan ahoɔden de bia no ama ya tamfo so ahoɔden.
Okay, amen.
By Rademom Nkolo battery da we Chelsea support mu.
Amen.
Radema Chelsea enu mangu ase da.
Amen.
The boy ho ban.
Yes.
Fa ye kobra. My boys ni ndi bebre.
Yes.
Enye ska bebre.
Yes.
No more like it. No more subscribe it. No more share for push. Yen for wase de da.
Yes.
E wo Yesu di mo. Amen.
Amen.
Bye.